We have a new XRP ETF that's designed to kick off weekly income. We have a strategic reserve that includes XRP in it. Also, European banks going all in on cryptocurrencies. We got quite a bit to go over here. Let's start out by this very odd ETF, Tuttle Capital XRP Income Blast ETF. Isn't that a mouthful here? We see Tuttle Capital has filed for an actively managed options-based ETF here. So it uses synthetic long exposure to XRP via options, so it's not directly holding XRP. It runs weekly put spreads, sells options to collect premiums, upsides capped, optimized for sideways to moderate bullish markets here. It holds treasuries, cash as collateral, Cayman subsidiary. Look, is this something that I would buy directly? No. You see the management fee, it's using options, it's not holding XRP direct. But this is what happens as we see markets mature. People come with all sorts of financial products stacked on top, of the base asset, and now XRP is graduating to that. This just shows that it's a fully maturing ecosystem here, and we're going to see more of this stuff. This is seen as strong evidence of growing institutional adoption. This is the kind of thing that they look for, even if it's not something that myself, the crypto enthusiast, would buy. Missouri HB 2080 Crypto Strategic Reserve Fund, their new reserve fund they just created for the state of Missouri, is going to hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and USDC. The bill cleared the House in its vote in mid-March and now awaits full House debate, 5-year minimum hold. So if this goes into effect, they're not like trading stuff on a daily basis. Long-term reserve structure, not a trading fund, accepts gifts and donations of crypto and allows state agencies to accept crypto for taxes, for fees. This is the first state to name XRP, and this is what a change this is. Back in the day, you'd hear something like this, XRP would not be named. We'd be saying why. Now it's right there at the top. It's one of the first assets added to anything like this. And this is a broader trend. Part of a growing wave, Arizona's SB 1649 also names XRP a significant macro tailwind and bullish narrative driver. So we're going to see more and more. If there's something big happening within cryptocurrencies, XRP is going to be involved. Ripple CTO Schwartz denies secret government plans. There is no conspiracy, he says. There is no secret plan. Now, make this clear. Every corporation has secrets, of course. They have plans and things they're doing, but he's saying it's not like, the regular 589 type of, idea, the riddle, the government is going to flip the switch and take everything online. There's nothing going on with government or some big thing to do with XRP, nothing that I know of at least, says David Schwartz. Schwartz stated that 99% of what you see publicly is what we have there. And that's all you need. You have the future financial systems. You have an efficient digital asset and really a asset class that's growing quickly, and it's all about those systems that capture adoption. We have a great shot to do so with XRP. You don't need riddles. We don't need secret targets or gold buyouts or all this kind of stuff. Extreme price targets, he says, based on secret arrangements are unfounded. Now, doesn't mean we can't get extreme prices, but it's going to come from real utility adoption and actual money flowing into this space, and it's going to be a dogfight. You have a lot of smart people out here building on crypto systems. It doesn't matter what deals are already in place. The best systems will win. It doesn't matter if someone's a Bitcoin maxi. If XRP does a certain job better, it will capture that use case long term. You just can't stop progress. Down below, link to the Frontier by Jungle Inc. That's me. Covers AI topics, space topics here. Got a really interesting one right now about orbital AI. Check it out. It's free. Go ahead and put in your email there, and you'll get all of these issues as they come out. And all the ones that are already up there, you can go ahead and read them. There are a few. Just rolled this out. Excited to present this. So check it out. In the pinned comment, also in the description, has a link for you to sign up to the newsletter. I think you'll enjoy it if you're into those types of topics. The dead asset wakes up. Crypto market gold play. What's going on here? Singapore jeweler, an asset manager, Fundbridge Capital, has a crypto token offering for gold exposure plus a 1% yield. It's the first product to turn traditional dead gold into a yield-bearing asset using ancient gold lending practices. So they're talking about a lot of jewelers, a lot of gold people. They'll borrow the gold, so they're not, exposed to the volatility. So they're kind of taking that same idea where in the industry, people that are actually using the gold, they don't want gold to move the wrong way. So they borrow it. And so they're laying crypto on top of that. And this way um, you can actually invest in this, have exposure to gold, take 1% yield. Traditionally, there's a 2.5% fee for this and interest. Of course, the company, well, they're going to keep 1.5 for themselves for rolling this out, and then they're going to pay 1% to the investors. This brings a lot of fresh capital to this space, a lot more efficient, and it makes gold what traditionally is this dead asset now a yield-bearing asset. Pretty interesting stuff. There's a lot we could do with crypto technology. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Trump's exclusive Trump meme coin conference at Mar-a-Lago, a private cryptocurrency conference, was held April 26, 2026 at Mar-a-Lago, limited to the top 297 holders of Trump coin. President Trump will be the headliner here at this event, the second such gathering he has hosted. So again, I'm not a fan of the meme coin stuff, but I tell you this, having a president with exposure to this space, more likely we're going to get stuff done that we need. Again, I think you could pull out a lot of the meme coin stuff and we'd be better off, but you get what you get. We are making progress, and that is really what matters here long term. AI agents are the next big wave for crypto payments, says Coinbase's Jesse Pollack. Argues that AI agents become more autonomous. They require programmable money, software native money, systems to pay for data, compute, API calls, bookings, crypto rails, especially Base. So this is what they're building out for, enable instant global near free payments. I said this before. XRP Ledger is the original micropayments blockchain, and this should be an area that we own. And I suspect that Ripple and other builders are planning to do exactly that. But we have to get in there. Open source, backed by Coinbase, Microsoft, Google, MasterCard, enabling seamless on-demand API payments without subscriptions or traditional billings. Current traction, 48 million in payment volume processed through this system, with almost 95% of those transactions happening on Base. So we saw in the past, you had a lot with Coil going on with XRP Ledger. And, now Coinbase is jumping into this with their stuff. It's time XRP, the ledger, gets in here at the forefront of this and starts onboarding this type of stuff. Another one would be Flare. I mean, Flare, the blockchain of data, just makes sense to incorporate. And I know they have big plans for AI with the Flare blockchain. Look for that as well. A big driver of value. European banks are going all in with cryptocurrencies. European banks here are rapidly integrating Bitcoin, Ethereum, and tokenized products directly into their existing regulated platforms, not through separate apps. So a lot of times, U.S. YouTubers like myself act like we're the Mecca Medina of cryptocurrencies, and it's happening globally. This, global wave of adoption, regulations. This is just a special time for cryptocurrencies as this technology just starts to mature, and we see people using it for the tool that it was designed to be used for. Again, we're seeing this in Belgium, Spain, Germany, all over the world here. Obviously, Middle East, Asia. This is where it's at. This is the technology of the future. Crypto enables banking to really change everything. From the top down here, they can service a lot of additional customers at low cost. Massive distribution advantage. Banks already serve hundreds of millions of verified customers. It keeps customer relationship and data with the bank, not with crypto exchanges. A lot of people just aren't comfortable going over to a Kraken or a Coinbase. They want to deal with whoever they already do, whether it is a bank, whether it's their brokerage, and they're going to start onboarding this. They have to do this with this technology, or guess what? People may be comfortable with Bank of America or JP Morgan Chase, but if it doesn't have the features, the services that others, do give you, they're going to start jumping ship to a lot of these fintechs, and that'll probably happen anyway. But this opens the door to tokenized bonds, stablecoins, digital wealth management, and that's going to be a big one. Managing wealth using blockchain technology. We've seen JP Morgan really focus on this. Apollo is another big one. So that's where you're going to see a lot of adoption there with the management of people's stocks, bonds, all that, especially once it's tokenized, and it's just going to be a game over. You will see through RWA tokenization, so much onboarding of value, of users, of institutions. It's going to be crazy. Make sure you sign up for that newsletter, link down below. And as always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.